afternoon. Welcome.
Welcome to Valley Spotlight, everybody. Of course, I'm Lauren.
I'm Mike, and we're ready to go. It's physically impossible to get everything in this show in the next 30 seconds and tell you what we're going to do, so please just watch till the end, okay?
Right, no
Take
kidding.
our word for it. It's going to be good.
It is very much worth your time, and we appreciate everybody who makes it possible in this way for us. So thank you to everybody.
Yep, we're going to have a little bit of food, we're going to have some sports, we're going to have some good, emotional, fun stories, and we're going to take a ride in the cash car.
Yeah, we are.
That's
I think
gonna
that
be-
pretty much wraps it up, Michael.
That's a good show.
Should we just call it quits now?
No, we should get started.
Yes, we should. And this one, I have to say, I was fortunate to meet some of the people that you got to meet a part of this story.
Yeah.
Very, very special.
It was really good. It was
Good
really
people
good and
all the way.
surprising. So let's start with this. All right, quick. Name a company that's been around over 10 years, has grown every single year, has added another shift to make 3, and they're still adding more people. Did you guess GLI Pool Products? Well, if you didn't, that's okay, because we got an inside look to find out exactly what makes them so great and why they think they have the home field advantage.
I wanted to be president of something, to be honest with you. I remember telling my mother when I was little that by the time I was 30, I'd be president of a company.
Gary Crandall did that and more.
Yeah.
13 years ago, he had a decision to make: leave the company he was helping to run and help another company and the people that worked for it.
We were down the street then, about 5 miles down the street, and had about 225 employees that were going to lose their jobs, and we couldn't see that happen. So I cut a deal with the public company, and we bought the division, and here we are.
Why not Youngstown? Why do we have to go to Chicago or Charlotte or Los Angeles to be a success story?
Right here in Youngstown. That's where you'll find GLI Pool Products. Crandall wouldn't have it any other way. They are the industry leader in making vinyl pool liners and safety covers. And chances are, if you have a pool, you're using this product, and for good reason.
We like to say that we bring families together and we keep them safe. We bring people together in their backyard. We keep those same families safe. We manufacture the safety covers that cover the pools, and we have videos of cars. Literally, people have a lot of video cameras these days in the backyard, a lot of security, and we have pictures of cars actually crashing onto one of our covers, and it will support it'll support a car, as an example.
But to get to this point, over 500,000 sales in 13 years, GLI had to reinvent itself. Gary and his team looked at Toyota for quicker, more efficient production, and soon they were able to make and ship a liner or cover in 72 hours, more than a month faster than the other competitors.
When it started out, our competitors said, well, it's a nice little boutique company with an unsustainable strategy. And we have, 13 years later, proved them wrong. As we've continued to grow, we've always maintained the 72 hours. It's really our edge. It's our DNA.
How do they do it? Well, look no further than the people in this room. 3 shifts running 6 days a week.
Our folks out there, 350 strong, they won't allow us to fail. I believe it's our advantage. The people, again, I think I said it before, but the people make it happen. We don't make it happen. We provide the opportunity, and just the wonderful staff that we have here, they make it happen.
Of course, state-of-the-art technology doesn't hurt. This machine is able to weld the vinyl together seamlessly. The patterns are new and fresh every year, and the time from measuring the pool to actually installing the product is lightning fast.
There's different ways of measuring those now with lasers and devices of that nature, and that technology is transferring over to swimming pools, and we're right on the cutting edge of all that.
So here they are, a once small company that the so-called experts said couldn't succeed. Now, GLI leads the way.
We started out 13 years ago, and we're probably in 20th position among competitors, and now we're first or second in every category. It's enjoyable to tell them I told you so.
You do say it.
We do. Plenty of competitors thought it would never work and probably thought we would implode, and they chose poorly. We've grown the company right through the Great Recession. We've had growth throughout that entire period. We've never had a year where we look back. So it's been a nice ride.
so impressive. And that phrase, why not Youngstown, it was kind of scooped up by the Youngstown mayor, Tito Brown. And when Mike DeWine came to town, they talked all about how great they were. And they actually went to the facility there to do the press conference.
And we asked the same thing. Why not Youngstown?
Why not?
So good job, Gary.
Great people, great company, and they're hiring. They're hiring still. So if you're a good person, whether it's in the the front office or out on the floor, they'll find a spot for you.
My gosh, good stuff, Michael.
Are you ready
I know
for a
we
break?
say that all the time, but
No,
that
but
really
that
is
was.
good stuff. Speaking of good stuff and great guys, and one guy in particular.
One pun intended.
Yeah.
We're going to have some barbecue when we come back.
Yeah, so stay with us. Guy Hughes and Mark Canzonetta, they take over in big bad ways.
In the Pesto Test Kitchen.
Kenny, what are you guys doing at the Robbins? We're not ready yet.
Oh, we're supposed to be at the AM. Hey, here's where we're supposed to be. River Rock at the AM. The only place to be every Saturday night, River Rock at the AM.
The Hope Center for Arts and Technology, located in Sharon, offers free job training as part of their Medical Assistant Diploma program. No cost to qualified students. The application deadline is July 31st. Log on to hopecat.org and click Apply Now.
Pesto's Test Kitchen. We are out in the backyard. The lovely weather, the lovely people.
God, it's so nice to be outside.
What a wonderful day.
What do you think? We've got Melissa Canzonetta, Chef Mark Canzonetta, as always, and our special guest this week, everybody.
The Guy Hughes.
Hey.
The one.
My brother from another mother.
Absolutely.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Welcome to the Test Kitchen.
Hey, it's a pleasure being a part of your success story.
Well, no, we both grew up and, we paid our dues.
We paid our dues.
We paid our dues. So, man, tell me a little about what's going on in your life, Guy. Tell me a little bit about how your brand went from a small thing in your house at home to a national brand.
Well, first of all of my sauces began just like you're getting ready to do here, build from the scratch. And then I had a vision, what I wanted to do, and it was really tough, but you know what, I got knocked down a lot of times, but I picked myself up by my bootstraps.
And that's what it's all about, man, perseverance, man.
Absolutely.
When somebody tells you no, you say, yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. So what is your newest sauce? I mean, I know you have a whole line of sauces. I know your sugar-free sauces are killing it across the nation.
Sugar-free sauce has actually gone wild. I have two lines. This is my regional. Then I have a national line, which is G Hughes, and it is actually number 5 on the Nielsen data. It's just growing like crazy.
Wow, that's crazy!
Awesome.
You're making some people nervous out there.
Hey, that's okay.
That's what we do, right?
That's
what we do in Youngstown. We make people
all
nervous
right
out
here in the
there.
Mahoning Valley. We
Right
love it.
here.
We love it. We love it. So we're going to talk about making some barbecue, man. So, a few culinary tips we're going to do today. You and I are going to make some rubs, because that to me is one of the bases for barbecue.
Absolutely.
You got to have a good rub on your meat. And so I'm going to start off, I'm going to make a yellow mustard rub.
Let's go for it.
Let's
go for it. So we're going to start off with some sugar, some salt, cayenne pepper, ground cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and smoked paprika.
What do you think on this guy?
I tell you what, I'm impressed.
Some turmeric. And then to make it a yellow mustard rub, you got to have some dry mustard. You really do. And you just mix that together real quick.
We're so lucky.
And this is good on pork. This is good on a pork butt. This is good on chicken. I've even put it on short ribs, Guy. So I really love the flavors of it. It's well balanced. It kind of represents Carolina, and I love Carolina barbecue.
Well, you know what? You can't go wrong with Carolina.
All right, so why don't you assemble the more of a Memphis, St. Louis style rub that's typical everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
So it's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. So we got some chili powder, some paprika, some sugar.
Well, we will start with the sugar.
Yep.
We'll put it right in there.
Start with the sweetness.
Hey, there we go.
Chili powder.
Chili powder.
I'll hold this.
Cayenne. Got to have that cayenne for a little spice, a little cumin. You got that earthiness of that cumin flavor.
There you go. Doesn't that look wonderful?
That does look wonderful.
That looks good.
Now you got to have onion and garlic. For sure.
You can't go wrong with the garlic. There's no such thing as too much garlic.
And mustard really is a key part to barbecue. No matter where you're doing it, whether you're rubbing your meat with it or you're putting it on a rub, mustard is really a big part of barbecue sauce. So you just mix that together,
at
and look at those colors, those flavors, those spices all together.
You're gonna
And then
sneeze.
once you mix that with the smoking process, and then you mix it with the grilling process, and then you top it with his barbecue sauce, it's in another league.
People are wondering, Mark, okay, you got quite the setup here, and like it is amazing for us to be here, but you have everything you could possibly need. Some people have a smoker at home, and there are ways, there are do's and don'ts when it comes to setting this thing up. Take me through the process in order to get us to the point where we can like rub and then smoke the meat. Because
Well,
I think we've got rubbing to do, right?
The most important thing is you don't have to spend a lot of money. Like, what was your first smoker?
My first smoker was a 55-gallon drum.
My first smoker was a kind of a barrel system too, and then I bought a smoking box. I got my Sawzall out, and I cut a hole in the side of it, attached my smoker box, put a chimney tube on it, and that was my first smoker. So you don't have to spend a lot.
But the one that you have today is pretty darn good, and
it's a vertical smoker. You know, we're going to talk about it. You know, with a vertical smoker, you know, you have your tall box, and then you have a smoking box on the side. You know, and a big thing for me and a big thing for Guy is we like to cook with moisture. So talk to me a little bit about your theory on moisture and what it does for the meat.
Well, if you don't have the moisture, what ends up happening, I don't care if it's beef, if it's chicken, if it's fish, if it's ribs, they will dry out.
Exactly.
It helps you maintain the heat. You want a low, slow heat, and with that moisture in there, it's awesome.
And then plus, while we have the moisture in the water box, you also use a spray bottle.
I use a spray bottle. In the final process, which I'll show you briefly.
Now, do you use just straight water, or do you use water, a little cider vinegar?
Water, a little cider vinegar,
Okay.
which is a natural tenderizer in itself.
Exactly.
Now, how do you get the fire started?
How do you get the fire started? Well, we have it going over here. We have it under the box, and we'll talk about. We bought a chimney. It's called a chimney, and it's a round device. And then the bottom of it, I mean, I'll pull it out if you want me to.
Okay.
Yeah. So give me a second. Let me get a towel because it's really hot. Because we have it and it's started and it's ready. So we have this chimney smoker right here, and in it we had a little bit of paper at the bottom, we have charcoal, and then we have a little bit of apple wood up top. So we get this because we don't want to necessarily use charcoal lighter fluid. So this is about a $10 investment. You know, get yourself some good charcoal briquettes, and then you don't have to use lighter fluid. You just use, you know, whether you use a blowtorch to light it or just a match underneath here to light it. It goes for about 10 minutes, and you'll be ready to smoke.
All right.
So we're going to take this and we're going to put it in our smoker.
I mean, I had to say it.
Yeah. So, but I think
smoke and mirrors, right?
Smoke and mirrors, exactly. So, do you want to build a barbecue sauce?
Let's build it.
Let's do it.
We'll talk about how do you build your barbecue sauces. Talk to me about more. I'm going to build a Carolina barbecue sauce, but talk to me about how you do a traditional, whether it's Memphis, St. Louis, Guy Hughes barbecue sauce.
One of the toughest things for me is to have something that's really appealing to me. I think if I like it, I think majority of the people would like it.
Okay.
So, you know, I start with some of the craziest things in the world. I open up my refrigerator and said, that looks good. That looks good. So I just start putting it on the counter. You think I'm a mad scientist, but at the end, I've come up with all these different flavor profiles.
So do you start with like a pre-made ketchup, or do you make your own kind of ketchup with tomato paste, apple cider vinegar, sugar, and water?
Initially, I started with a pre-made ketchup because I didn't have the ingredients to make my own ketchup. And once I started using my own ketchup, and in the R&D now, actually we make our own ketchup.
Right.
But initially it was regular ketchup, regular tomato paste.
Well, the great thing about when you do your own ketchup, you know, as a lot of us know, ketchup for our children, they love it, and it's one of my favorite condiments as well. But it has all that HFC, high fructose corn syrup.
Absolutely.
You know, when you're doing it yourself, you can use agave nectar, you could use honey to make ketchup, or you could use just good old sugar. You know what I mean?
And when we come back, I was going to say, you are going to do all of it, and
Yep.
then some, and then the Sweet Thunder sweet tea with Sweet Melissa.
Wow, I
Is that
love
okay?
it.
It's gonna be a party.
That's me.
I'm gonna say beyond belief. So stick with us. Don't worry. We'll be right back. More on how to make these unbelievable sauces and how these
Again,
rubs
the
are
Guy
gonna work.
Hughes right here.
This is the guy, the one and only.
Thank you.
All right. Great rubbing. There are so many jokes there. I don't even know where to go, but
I think we should probably just leave them alone.
certainly look tasty, and I can't wait to see the finished product.
It's really very good.
Stick around for that, right?
I do know what they're doing.
All right, as if you didn't have enough Mike and Lauren in your life, recently we were on the radio.
And we were like, really? You really want us to come and do that too?
Yeah.
But Kelly Warren and her husband Jim, Handsome Jim, we get to take over the 570 studios and answer some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, it was quite a thrill. And it got a little personal.
I got a little stressed.
We'll be right back.
With taking the kids to soccer practice, piano lessons, and everything else, I'm lucky if I get to fit in a workout. But staying fit is important, not just your body, but your teeth as well. The professionals at Pristine Dental provide affordable dental care for your entire family. From routine cleanings to cosmetic dentistry, Pristine Dental has got you covered. Plus, they have transparent pricing and membership plans that directly benefit you, not the big insurance companies.
Visit pristinedentalpros.com to learn more and book your free consultation today.
Your smile will say it all.
All of us start college with the best intentions, but sometimes life just happens. Your car needs to be replaced, you start a family, or you simply run out of cash. It may seem like an impossibility to finish your degree now, but your school can help.
I'm an accountant major. It was a good thing that I did it. I jumped over that hurdle. That's nothing to be afraid of.
Your old college credits don't expire. Check with your school to see how you can complete your degree.
So let yourself go to Duca. Let yourself go to Duca.
Well, this week on our Home Advantage segment, we are in nobody's actual house.
Right.
But you're home away from home on the radio, right, Kel?
We are.
And Jim and Michael. Hi, guys.
Here I was just trying to tape my solo album, and these guys barge in. Apparently, they're doing a radio show.
Talking about real estate.
Talking about real estate on the show, and you guys have done this for how long here?
We've been doing this for a couple months, so
over 6 months.
Yeah,
it's been
6
maybe
months.
a month or so.
6 months, very good.
There we go.
All right, well, what kinds of things do people join in on, and what kinds of things do you guys talk about in this venue? Because it's not just our show, and you guys are so accessible with information. I think that's why it's so wonderful.
So our real estate radio program features real estate right here in the Mahoning Valley, just like we do on Home Advantage. We talk about a different topic every week: home amenities, condos, HOAs, building versus buying, any topic we can come up with. We're co-hosted by Handsome Jim. And
Handsome Jim, there he is.
In the studio right here. We're on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. and we do a half an hour where we're talking about real estate. And another great part of our show on the radio is we do an Ask the Expert segment where people can email in their questions, ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com, and we'll answer their questions about real estate right here.
And we only have like 2.5, 3 minutes on Home Advantage, but they have a half an hour, Michael.
Right.
Can you imagine what we would
talk
do with
all
them?
morning.
I was going to say, for half an hour with these guys, it would be so
commercials
fun.
or just a half hour straight?
We do about a 30-second break in the middle to get a sip of water.
And that's about it. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
We got to do the show now.
Let's
Her
do it.
show.
Okay.
And our show.
I'll do both.
All at the same time. Again, tell them when you're on the radio.
We are on 570 WKBN Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. You can find our radio segments and our Valley Spotlight segments on our Facebook page if you search for Kelly Warren and Associates, and you can always go to kellysoldit.com.
We like all of those things.
Yes.
Okay, let's do some radio, everybody.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Lock and load.
Awesome.
Oh, that was cool.
I can't believe they actually let us in that room.
I know. That's where Dan Rivers sits and Ron Verb sits and the best people in the area.
And thank you to Kelly and Jim. We had a really good time. And if you start your Sunday mornings with them and end it with us, that would be good.
I like that.
You know, take a nap in between 8 a.m. on 570 to catch Kelly and Jim's show.
Sounds wonderful. All right, you ready to go?
I sure am.
Get pampered in this one.
I will, but this is also one of the reasons why this show exists. We like to put the spotlight on stories and people that sort of go beyond the headlines that we've seen play out over and over again. I'll take you back a few years ago. A little girl named Jamie. She was in foster care and she was also on a liver transplant list. Well, this is Jamie's mom. Take a look.
We really thought about where to open it, and we both have hearts for Warren, and we both have hearts for downtown. My mom would tell stories when I was growing up about all the fun things she did at the Robbins Theater and how her and my aunt would come down here and shop, and I just always had this desire to open up a business down here.
As you walk into Blush Spa, you feel a sense of calm. And the woman who has had the ability to bring that overwhelming sense of calm to this space leads a life that is anything but.
I was in social work before coming here, and when we found out we were getting the children, adopting children, I knew that I needed a place of respite because, you know, we're older and starting all over again, so we have grandkids that are older than some of the children we adopted.
Yes, you heard Michelle Bushane right. After raising her first family, she and her husband Don, a Warren firefighter, just knew they were destined to become parents again. They opened their doors to a little girl named Liliana. Her sister Jamie captured the hearts of the valley. Little Jamie, known as Brooklyn these days, was the recipient of a life-saving liver transplant. Brooklyn continues to thrive in her new home, and so do her 3 siblings. London is 10 and has made drastic improvements.
Our son, who was diagnosed with a learning disability, actually made honor roll his last 2 9 weeks of school, so we're super proud of him.
Brooklyn is now 8 and continues to thrive. Liliana is 6 years old, and the baby of the family, Luciana, is only 3.
The baby was born with a liver disease as well. She's missing the enzyme that processes sugar. So she's on a very strict diet where she can't have anything with sugar in it. So the diets are very restricted in our house, and there's a lot of different behavioral things that go on. So it's like, to us, it's our normal, but like I said, when other people come in, they're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. How do you do it every day? But it's our normal.
And as this family has grown, they have also learned lessons in very big ways. Blush Spa offers a series of therapeutic experiences which were created for Michelle's most important clients first, her children.
When the baby was sick, they would have to put her in the hospital because she can't have anything with sugar in it. Anything over the counter is flavored with sugar to make it taste good. So she got to the point where she was afraid to go to the doctor's office because in her mind that was like, I'm gonna go get an IV, I'm gonna get needles, and I have to have medication. So I started researching natural products and started making the products for the children, which led to my friends wanted me to make them products.
Her essential oil product line will now expand into a facial line and will eventually offer other relaxation products.
Just making sure that they had things that made them feel better and they were all natural and they were good for them. And then, like I said, it just kind of exploded from there. So now I'm getting ready to launch like a face line, and there's all kinds of products that we use in our facials here. In all of our services, essential oils are incorporated in them.
The spa offers facials, massage, aroma, and salt therapy experiences that evoke a sense of healing and calm. And after meeting Michelle, one could see how her overwhelming ability to create calm in places that can be stressful is one of the many reasons she leads a life full of undeniable love and success. And Blush Spa, it's located right on the Courthouse Square in Warren, and you can find them on Facebook. Just look up Blush Spa, and of course you can keep up to date on everything that's happening with the Bushane family on social media as well. So,
seems like there's plenty going on in that family, isn't there?
Yes, there is. It's like their own version of This Is Us. It really is.
Good work.
So,
good work, family. All right, let's continue on with our Perfectly Plated series by Steel Light.
Yes, I love this stuff.
Yes, some of the journeys, even though they are the longest, make the most sense, and they have the biggest payoff. And for one local family, that is the case. They own a couple of local restaurants. One of those is celebrating a big anniversary, and it wouldn't be possible without all the people here in the community.
The people, our area, they're very, very kind. When they love something, they're really out there to support that kind of restaurant.
People have been loving and supporting Cafe 422 for the last 80 years, and Serdar Dede and his family love the people that do so.
They grew up with this restaurant. So the kids that grow up with this restaurant, the family that grow up with this restaurant, we do lots of celebration now.
Serdar grew up in his native country of Turkey, and came to the United States when he was 21 because of a great opportunity, a chance to work for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines.
I start from right in the bottom. Busboy, serving, bartending, and when I left, I was assistant maitre d' for the company.
After 5 years there, Serdar moved to the Valley with his new wife, worked at the Chop House in Warren, and then another opportunity came calling.
It was a great opportunity for me to take over this beautiful restaurant, so now we're here.
So in 2006 he took over, but it was a tricky situation. Keep some of the same traditions and change what needed to be changed. In fact, one of the restaurant's guests gave him advice that he still uses today.
Any changes that you are going to make, you have to do it slow. I knew you're gonna make some changes, many changes, decoration, bar, this and that. He says, but do it and do it slowly so people will appreciate it more.
So in the last decade, there have been new booths. They've freshened up the bar and a patio, but there are certain items, Cafe 422 staples, that will always be on the menu.
Bread, hot peppers and oil, beans and greens, bone and ribeye, our lamb lollipops or rack of lamb, eggplant parmesan. I mean, people, they just come from everywhere just for that, for chicken parmesan. And it's very simple, but it's very comfortable, and people enjoy the dishes that we grow up with. So that's what we're trying to, not to change as much as we can.
We just had to try some of those peppers and oil, made with the bread that's baked in-house daily, and put in these Steelite bowls and dishes. Serdar loves to use local products like Steelite. He loves the service and the product itself.
My Boardman location's been there for 6 years.
So those dishes?
Yep. There's 6 years since I bought the Steelite plates and glassware and all that.
They still look good.
They look great. I mean, they look great. They're durable. Service is there. They're right down the street. You call them.
Armed with these great supplies and a staff that he can count on, Cafe 422 is ready to celebrate its success and celebrate the people that make it so popular.
Icon for this area. It's been 80 years in the business, and we're celebrating this summer. We have some special things coming up for our guests.
How does a $10.80 buy one, get one lunch sound? And a huge party at the end of September. Those are just some of the specials going on, and yet another reason Serdar makes these restaurants his life's work.
You know, everybody has to do something, but I guess I choose to be in the restaurant business, taking care of people, giving them a great product, give them, see the beautiful smile in their face when they leave the restaurant, telling us thank you. It's been a really great pleasure serving the people that in this industry, because it's sometimes hard, but I enjoy doing it. I really do. I mean, that's something that every day I wake up and the first things I do, grab a cup of coffee and come to a restaurant.
And that buy one, get one special, just one of the specials. They're going to do the rest of the summer, and then it all kind of gets tied up in a nice little bow at that big gala at the end of September.
And if you haven't been to one of their galas,
they know what they're doing.
Oh my goodness, the red carpet, the seafood platters, the peppers.
And the peppers, they get them by the bushel from the local farms, and they send them all over the country. It's amazing.
As they should.
Yeah.
As they should.
Really good stuff there.
Okay. Oh, we're going to eat some more. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And this barbecue and then the cocktails that Melissa Canzanetta puts together. Wait till you see Michael.
Going outside to Pesto's Test Kitchen after the break.
Where did my Mimo go? Mimo! Mimo, where are you? Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Wait till you see my Mimo.
Your Mimo? Do you make your grandmother mow your grass?
Not my Mima, not my grandma, my Mimo.
Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, it mows my grass, and I just get to watch, and my humans, they love it too.
Get your Mimo by Honda at Ducat Sales and Service. Even your Mima will be impressed with your lawn.
Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC is teaming up with Valley Spotlight.
Hey, you guys, this is going to be great.
It sure is. We are bringing you the chance to win big in the Sweeney Cash Car.
You could drive away with $250 cash or $1,000 towards your new Sweeney vehicle.
So buckle up, answer our trivia questions, and win. Enter at valleyspotlight.com/cashcar for all the details.
So come take a ride in the Cash Car at Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC.
On Market Street
in Boardman.
Hit your next group event out of the park with the Mahoning Valley Scrappers.
From corporate picnics to little leagues and family parties, make it an event to remember at Eastwood Field. For bookings and more, visit mvscrappers.com.
If you suffer from snoring or sleep apnea, wake up. The Sleep Easy Dental Spa has created a simple oral sleep device that is life-changing.
We see patients that have CPAP machines and either hate them or just can't wear them.
Well, I was looking for alternative therapies for years, but I heard about the Sleep Easy dental appliance, and I gave that a try, and voila, it works like magic.
This custom-fit sleep device is covered by most insurance plans and Medicare. Call today for your free consultation. The Sleep Easy Dental Spa. Sleep better tonight. Enjoy life tomorrow.
Summer is heating up, and so are the styles and savings at Ryer's Shoe Store. The summer clearance is happening now. Selected styles are 20 to 75% off. Beat the heat and step into Ryer's. You can't afford to miss out on these hot deals. No matter where your summer plans take you, Ryer's will help you put your best foot forward. And at 20 to 75% off, the perfect pair is waiting for you. Get to Ryer's now in beautiful downtown Sharon.
All right, boys and girls, we are back. The meat is here. The rub is here.
And we're going to combine the two together.
We're
going to combine the two together.
About that, aren't you? Yeah.
So,
okay, good. I can't.
Guy, let's talk about like ribs and different methodologies for cooking ribs. Okay, and some people like to keep the silver skin on, which is the membrane right here. They can be a little bit tough, or some people like to take the skin off. So tell me a little bit about your views on what that means.
Well, I like to keep the skin on, especially for competition, because it helps lock in the moisture. Excuse me. Ribs don't dry out. Chicken, you don't have to worry about it. But Mark, show them how to pull it off.
So you can use anything. You can use the back of a knife with a towel to make sure you're safe. Or Myron Nixon invented this great little tool. You just take it and you just rip it. Kind of rips that skin right off. As you can see, that silver skin pulls right off. Right. So you can eat this. I mean, it's fine. Or you can take it off and...
Mark, your school of thought, though, is that
I take it off because I like to permeate the rub all the way through.
Okay.
I like the flavor of the rub all the way through, and that's just mine. So just two different schools of thought. You know, you can do it whatever way you want to.
And two different reasons behind it. When
Exactly.
you're serving, 800,
so,
900
I think one thing,
blacks
we got to agree on everything. The one thing we do is you got to be liberal with the rub, right?
You got to put it on there.
So you take care of those chickens with the yellow mustard, and I'll take care of the Memphis-style St. Louis rub here.
It's like, I don't want to.
This is one thing I can do.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know.
Hey, you want to help?
Get in there.
Right in there. Come on.
Come on.
Exactly. Again, you want to be liberal. You want to cover every piece and part of it. You know, and actually in competition, a lot of time they shake the rub on the meat after it's already barbecued, right?
Yes.
Now, is that your style?
No.
Okay.
They don't have anything on us.
No.
We're good.
So do you have to like lift the little like wings up and stuff?
You can tie those wings back. You can pigeon them back.
See, there's like little
we gotta do this too.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna make a barbecue sauce.
And one of the good things about this, the longer you can let that sit in there.
Yeah, if you want to let it sit in your cooler overnight, it's even better because it permeates through. So I'm going to make a yellow mustard barbecue sauce. It's kind of a Carolina, Texas thing. It's becoming very, very popular. So we have the burner set up here. We're going to start with some rice vinegar, okay? You can use cider vinegar. I like the rice vinegar in this. So we're going to start off with the rice vinegar. You know we're cooking with heat. We got a lot of steam going there. You can use honey. You can use sugar. I like agave nectar. It's a very neutral, very soluble sweetener, and it goes in really, really well. We're going to get some hot sauce, whether you like your favorite brand or whatever, put some hot sauce in there. Of course, we're going to use some mustard. And then we're going to add some brown mustard seeds.
Wow.
Some more hot sauce, a little bit of hotter hot sauce. And sometimes I use habanero sauce, so I really want to kick. Some chili flakes, because you guys know I love the spice. Some black pepper. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And of course, a nice little pinch of salt. We're just going to bring this to the boil, let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and it's ready to rock and roll. It's ready to, once you get your ribs or your chicken or your pork shoulder out of the smoker and you're going to the grill, you can just start mopping and slopping with this right away. And that's what I think we're going to do next.
Very good. All right, we'll be right back. More to come with this unbelievable recipe and these unbelievable chefs, and a great cocktail coming up next.
All right.
Hi, I'm
Barbara Corcoran. Are you thinking of selling your home but you're not sure which agent to hire? You have a lot of choices, but really the choice is simple. Because there's only one agent I would trust to sell my home. Go to kellysoldit.com and check out Kelly Warren's guarantee to sell your home or she will buy it. You can also find out how her marketing system creates demand and sells a home every 48 hours. Go to kellysoldit.com and get your home sold.
Hit your next group event out of the park with the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. From corporate picnics to little leagues and family parties, make it an event to remember at Eastwood Field. For bookings and more, visit mvscrappers.com.
Wow.
Goodness, you
Look at those
guys.
ribs, guy.
I can't even believe it.
I love it. I love it.
All of the stuff that you guys just took us through, I'll tell you what, it's all coming together right there.
It sure is. It sure is.
There you go.
That's years of diligent practice and guy just loving his craft. You know, these ribs are perfectly cooked. Cooked them on the smoker for about 2.5 hours. Then, guy, we transferred them over here to a very, very hot grill because we wanted to caramelize that barbecue sauce, your beautiful barbecue sauce, that Sweet Thunder.
Crazy,
and then we got one more rack we can pull off, and we got some chickens. Got that beautiful rack coming off now.
There we go. Look at that.
Look at that. Okay, and we'll pull those chickens off. I'll set this over here. Guys got some chickens too.
I'll cut up those chickens real quick.
Looks great. Melissa's getting ready to make a new Valley Classic drink, a Guy Hughes original.
Is it terrible that I just want to get a video of this for myself?
No,
right
no,
now?
no, no, no.
Look at that. It's so beautiful.
Look at that. Perfect cut, my friend. Perfect cut. That looks great.
This is hard work, you guys.
Okay, man, I'm just going to put a little bit mop and slop on that. We're going to bring this over here to the gang. And then we're going to talk about, Guy, you got another little trick up your sleeve over here.
Absolutely.
For a quick pulled pork sandwich.
And what we do is we take pork butt, freeze it. And once it's frozen, then we take it and put it on a meat slicer and slice it up real thin. We put it on
And
the grill.
pork shoulder is such a reasonable value for your
yeah.
family. You can feed a lot of people for $14.
A lot of people.
A lot of people. Now, do you barbecue sauce this?
I do.
Okay,
So
cool.
what we're going to do is put it in the grill. Why don't we try it with the Sweet Thunder?
To try it with the Sweet Thunder, man.
Crack open a bowl of that Sweet Thunder.
Okay. Liberal?
Liberal.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You can put more.
More. All right.
Use it all.
Woo! That grill is nice and hot. All right. So over here, we got those beautiful baby back ribs, spare ribs. We got the yellow mustard barbecue sauce. Guy's gonna come over here with some pulled pork. Melissa, what drink are you making today?
Actually, after the barbecue sauce, the new Sweet Thunder.
The Sweet Thunder barbecue sauce for a Sweet Thunder.
Guy Hughes loves the Long Island.
Yes, he
And
does.
it is summertime, and I thought some nice peach tea Long Island would be fabulous.
I think that'd be great.
All right,
So
what
walk
goes
us
in
through
the
it, honey.
drink? Okay, so fresh peaches, you have to have fresh peaches.
So peeled fresh peaches.
I peeled them.
Great.
You don't have to, but I thought that would be good. Whenever I muddle simple syrup, just helps along the way, and it's going to give it a nice sweet taste.
Well, Guy, you like sweet drinks, don't you?
I'm happy.
Doesn't that look good?
I'm happy already.
So you gotta have a good muddler. That's more like a baseball bat. I don't know if that's a muddler. Is that like from a little league team or what?
When I'm behind the bar at Bistro, I always use it as a baseball bat.
That's why people get out of hand.
So when you're muddling that you're getting all those flavors and the sugars from those peaches, those beautiful. Make sure you
Aromas.
use ripe peaches as well. And you know, in the wintertime when we don't have fresh peaches, you can use frozen peaches.
I have to send this to my mother because I'm taking video. I'm going to send it to Kathy Hermrich because my goodness, when she sees fresh ingredients that are
Time for the ice.
the front and center of any cocktail,
Right.
and then she knows the people enjoy the elements of what makes it special.
Okay.
And you're doing it.
A lot of ice.
All right.
Okay.
What's next?
So with a Long Island, we have rum, which we are actually using the spiced rum. Cointreau, which is way more awesome than triple sec.
Way more awesome, everybody.
I cannot see these.
Vodka?
There's
Vodka and
vodka,
gin?
gin, and tequila. So
All together, and then you made your own special.
I already
blend.
had it.
Oh my God.
Go a little bit more. We got barbecue. Go a little heavy.
Well, I do have a little bit of sour I have to put in.
Okay. So that's
And-
fresh made sour. We make that with orange juice, lime juice, lemon juice, and a little bit of simple syrup. And you're gonna shake that together, honey?
And give it a shake. I have to have a little bit of frothiness.
All right, beautiful. And you know, because it's barbecue, you got a nice ball jar, like old school. So we're gonna give that to Guy, and you're gonna tell us what you think. Because I think we got some friends here that want to eat some barbecue.
Yeah, you think we got a couple of
Just a
we
little club
always have
soda to give it a
couple
little
of friends,
fizz?
right?
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
All right, my friend, get in there, because we're gonna get in here on some ribs.
Than that.
All right.
All right, everybody.
All right, here's to you.
Here's
Thank
to
you, Guy.
every single person that made this possible.
I can't stop
Ray
myself.
Boom Boom Mancini, the entire gang that's hanging out with us today to make this better. My goodness, cheers to you guys. Melissa, we were sharing this just a little bit. So say, you
Ray?
take this, I'm going to take a...
This isn't Sicilian.
No, but that's...
But this is soul Sicilian.
All right, cheers,
that's right on.
everybody.
Cheers.
All right,
We had a great
cheers.
time today.
Salute.
Happy summer, everybody. Pesto
Welcome to
Test
summer.
Kitchen, and thank you, Guy, and
Oh,
thank
my.
you, Ray.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Oh my, is that good?
All right. Till next time, everybody.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised you came back from Mark's
I
house.
know.
Because I would have been there all day just shoveling food in my mouth.
I really did come back.
And
I didn't
drinking
take
the
a nap.
drinks and things like that.
Oh, what a good day.
Meat sweats. I would have had the meat sweats by the end of the day. There's no
Doesn't
doubt
take
about
much.
that. All right, you ready for a little Avalon living?
I am, and we have some really great tips on just simple changes within your golf game that are going to make a huge difference. I'm telling you, this next 7 minutes is going to make a difference, Michael. You better pay attention.
Yep, and when they say it all starts at the beginning, this is kind of what they're talking about.
Yes. Well, my goodness, it is finally sunny, it is finally warm, and Joe Allen and I are finally on the driving range.
5 days in a row, no rain. At least not here, anyway.
I was going to say we have been waiting for this moment.
I know.
Part of our Avalon Living segment, and for those of you who don't know Joe, Joe is the coach, is the mastermind behind so many of our Valley's greatest golfers. I mean, you have worked with so many of
Tons
the
of
young people that have gone on to do great things.
I'm on another generation just from being here already. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's
and we're
fine.
lucky to have you as
Thank you.
part of everything that we do here, and even luckier when he improves our game. So these are some very quick tips when it comes to where we're aiming, how our body is aligned, how we're addressing the ball that Joe's going to be able to go through, and he's going to take some strokes off your score in what, 5 minutes?
let's hope. Okay, let's
All right,
hope.
where are we starting?
And then we're going to go understand how to read the greens a little bit here.
That's a tough thing to do. People are always asking, you know, we play in some golf outings from here and there, and I play with so many great people, and they're like, what are you looking at, Lauren? People that have never played, and it's really hard to describe. So we're going to get to that soon, but first...
Club face alignment. Aiming. Excuse me, I just made an error there. Club face aiming.
It's okay, we're allowed to make errors, right?
Now, I want you to just look. Lauren, you come in here with your golf club just for a second. Okay. Now, you're looking down at this. What letter is that to you?
That's an H.
It's an H.
Yep.
Excellent, right? Simple. Common sense. Let's use my club because I got a line on it.
All right.
So, would you say that golf club looks pretty square, doesn't it? Because that line on the club face is parallel to this line, isn't it? So it looks like an H again, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so let's double check.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Now that should
That
be...
is not even close to straight.
That is.
It is?
Tell him. Jeff, tell her. That's straight.
It is, okay.
Now, there is the first issue that we discussed earlier, what people think. She probably thinks that's square.
Yes.
Okay, there you are, 30 yards offline, before you even made a golf swing.
All right. All right, next tip coming up next. What's the next one?
Next one's going to be our body alignment.
Okay. Well, we always hope that we can, you know, manage to get the ball out into the fairway, out in the driving range, and, you know, hit the target.
Hit the target. So here would be a simple approach
Fingers
to do
across.
that.
All right.
You're behind the ball, approximately 2 or 3 steps. You can see the lines there. There's my target line. Ball to the stick on the ground to the head cover. Out there, it's pointed to the red head cover. My body alignment is parallel left of that. You can see it with the orange floaty out there. Here's my approach. Watch, Lauren. I'm going to come in here. I'm staring down my target, staring it down. Only glancing at the ball, but I'm staring that target down. Set up, little wiggle in my feet, and there I am, parallel to where I'm going, right here. This is it. The most common mistake, people pointing their shoulders to the target or to the right of the target. That compounds the errors from there.
Oh my gosh, that's so simple. All right, let's see if we can I give this a go?
Stay right there. Now,
we're not, okay, this is nerve-wracking. Ready, set. Well, it wasn't terrible.
Wasn't terrible.
Back to the putting green, right? All right, Joe, a lot of people say you could make or break your game right here on the greens, right?
Yes, absolutely. Look at this green here. You can see the different mounds and crowns, and each green on this golf course, Avalon Lakes, has about 4 to 6 runoff areas for water. So I always like to find the center of the green here, because traditionally it's the flattest, and then I can tell exactly where the ball's going to go to. Here we have a pin location that's on the left front. You can actually see the flag is leaning a little bit.
A little bit.
And there's a runoff area there, and there's another little subtle one there. So if I just drop this ball, it's going to work its way towards the flag there a little bit. Broke down just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
All right, so let's say we are fortunate enough to be on the green in our first, attempt, and we're not pitching and we're not putting. We're going to go on the other side of the green over there, and you're going to tell us exactly what we need to be paying attention to, as all of our friends are maybe helping us out, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right, Joe, like we just said, we're lucky enough to make it on the green, and now we've got to read the putt.
Now we got to read the putt, and you get to go first.
I do?
Yes.
That's where I landed?
That's where you landed. Now
okay.
Listen, now I'm here, so I'm going to really observe what your ball's doing as it's dying towards the cup, as it loses speed.
Okay, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing the pin lean a little bit to the left, and I'm seeing this sort of like this motion, if you will. Is that correct?
That's correct. Now, how much depends on how hard you want to hit it.
Well, we've got a little, it's a little.
We were just above it, where it didn't move as much as we thought it did.
Right.
But it does move as it loses speed.
Okay. Follow through, right?
Follow through. Watch yourself hit it. See, it's making an effort to get there. Now, so I got a pretty good read on that.
Okay.
I know it's a little right to left, but if I beat this thing to death, it's just going to go back out. It's not going to move as much. So your ball's not bothering me, so I'm going to start looking at this. I picked my spot out. I'm going to look for it to bend a little bit to the left.
And that's why we are so fortunate to have Joe Allen.
Now, I would take that. From this distance,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
He's going to keep on going. If you want more with Joe Allen, obviously 5 minutes is just not enough. They can reach out to Joe right here at Avalon Lakes. So thank you always.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was so good. Look how good that was.
Well, did you learn a thing or two?
I don't know, did you?
Sometimes I get too much in my brain and then it kind of messes me up, but all that stuff made sense.
That's why it's so simple.
And it had nothing to do with the swing.
Right.
Which is nice, you know?
Joe Allen, as we all know around here at Avalon, is, a guru, and we're lucky to have him. So, yeah, quick, simple tips that are manageable.
Right. It's just like a mental checklist every time you get over the ball. How do we get a hold of him?
Just, call Avalon Lakes here or log on to the website, avalongcc.com. And for those of you who haven't visited us out here in Warren or even checked out what we've been up to lately, you really need to.
Yeah, you don't have to be a member to come and take lessons from Joe on this
No,
world-class driving range, that's for sure.
Nope.
All right, we come back, we're going for a little ride.
Yes,
well,
we
you
are.
Right?
I am, and we're going to do some trivia with our friends in the Sweeney Cash Car, and my goodness, kudos to Erica and her son.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away, but
no.
You can watch after this break. We are looking forward to the Freedom Warrior Golf Outing and Gala.
And Avalon Golf and Country Club is proud to host this incredible event.
This year, Pittsburgh Steeler great and Vietnam veteran Rocky Blyer will be our honorary chairman.
100% of the proceeds help fulfill the basic and special needs of our Valley's disabled and disadvantaged veterans.
You can help support them by being a sponsor, entering a foursome, or by attending the evening gala.
We're looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday, July 17th.
So help us help them. Give us a call today.
Look at this, boys and girls.
Is this sporty or what, huh?
This is nice.
Really nice.
Welcome to the Sweeney Cash car. We've got James and we have Erica today. These are all like our first real people.
This is amazing. Like, look at the real. Touch them.
They're like
They're
real people. They're really in there. You guys, thanks for being on the Cash car. Thanks for entering to win. What are you going to play for today? The $250 cash or the $1,000 incentive to buy a new Sweeney vehicle like the one that we're in?
Oh my goodness, they got a front. It shows
it's
a camera in the front.
And by the way, we are playing for the cash. You're playing for the cash. Playing for the cash, right? Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in this new Chevy Blazer though, and this is like. I love that the men are really involved in.
It's a really nice car.
Yeah, James said it. It really is unbelievable. Ben. It's sleek too on the outside. How are those long legs doing?
I mean, perfect. I got all kind of room.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, you guys ready? You ready to get ready to play? All right.
Yep.
We can either do animal trivia or sports trivia. Ohio, Pennsylvania sports trivia. What do you guys think? Animals. Animals trivia. Even that is a challenge. Where it's like, okay, let's do animal trivia. All right. Question number 1, worth $50. An animal that lives partly on land and partly on water is called what? Maybe we should
partly
call
on land and partly on water.
Right.
Ooh, I would say amphibious.
You are 100%.
Go,
James.
My face was like, what? I was like, I'm done.
Boy, I am
That was
turning red right
awesome.
now. Congratulations, 50 bucks richer, guys. All right, number 2. Adam West would be proud of this animal. It's the only mammal that can fly.
A bat.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, Adam West.
Huh?
I am
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
You same time too. You both said the exact same thing.
I know. I was going to say this is. You guys are the Kelly Warrens and Jim Warren. They didn't have it that easy.
No.
Poor things. Canzonetta. I don't know what they had a tough one. They had a tough one too. All right. Question number 3. The male deer is called a buck. And they just won another 50.
Let's go!
Whoa! You know what I like? Is this have the cool seats in it?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm feeling?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that is good.
Yeah.
Look at that. And it tells you that it's on.
But the vents look so sci-fi-like. I love that.
I love it.
They do.
Very modern looking.
And they move along with you. Look, I know exactly where it's facing me, so that way when it's drying out my face, I can move it.
It's all right there.
I do like that.
Very true.
So
I like
you notice that the USB is in between now, and you don't have to search for it.
Oh, underneath. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. All right. You guys want to go back to trivia?
Yes.
You want to go back to winning some money? Sorry. I was noticing that the cooling on the rear end was nice.
Yes.
All right. Number 4. This bird flaps its wings 60 to 80 times per second.
Hummingbird?
How? Seriously? I
help.
know that. We're still thinking about what it means.
Yeah.
Yes, congratulations. Hummingbird is correct. You guys are $200 and almost to $250, and we're going to take a right hand turn without. Eric, you're doing so well.
See, 2 hands, 10 and 2.
10 and
Eric,
2.
your driving is amazing. It's
See,
really good.
Thank you.
He can do so much.
You should work for a car dealership.
Yeah, I should.
Does your head still fit in the car?
Sort of.
All right, last question. The leather for a football comes from this animal.
A pig.
Is that final answer?
Yes.
It's actually a cow.
Oh, I didn't say pig. You did, but it was
Actually,
okay.
It's called the pigskin.
But it's a cow hide.
That's a good
That was a
question.
tricky one, Michael. Mike Case got you on that one. You guys successfully have won $200.
That's still awesome.
In the
There we
Sweeney
go.
Cash Card.
Awesome job.
Tell everybody at home what just happened to you guys so we know.
We just won cash card for Sweeney.
Woo!
Nice.
Holla.
All right. Well, that was pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Animal trivia. Who knew?
Well, I came up with the. Are they too easy? You
No, I think they're
easy?
right on.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm not sure.
I do a couple hard ones, a couple easy ones. Eric seems to know all of them.
Yeah, she did.
Now,
He did.
Eric, too.
Oh, Eric's very, very good.
He's had a busy month, hasn't
Can
he?
we just talk about him for just 1 second?
Okay.
Everything at the amphitheater and all of the announcements and Y Live coming back.
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton coming to Youngstown. My gosh, it's exciting stuff.
It is.
We're lucky we're friends with him.
Big time town. That's for sure. All right. What do we do next? Oh,
I think we're going to take a trip down memory lane for a second.
let's do that.
Can we?
Yeah, we had a great story last year about Micah from Boardman,
We did.
track star that was in the wheelchair, and he went to state his freshman year. Well, he went back sophomore year, and now they're doing a kind of a fundraiser for him to get more money so that they can buy a better chair for him to ride in and do better in these meets.
And we all know that sometimes the equipment is a big part of success in a situation like this. A fundraising effort is going to carry him, miles, literally.
Right, and technology changes
Yes,
over
it
and over
does.
and again, and so to get him the state-of-the-art equipment, then we have to do it. So if you missed their fundraiser that they had, it's okay. You can still get a hold of the gang at the Boardman Athletic Department if you'd like to donate. I think that's a really worthwhile cause, and a great kid, and a great mom, and a great family. I can't say enough about them.
Yeah, we were glad to have them and glad to meet them. So please log on and donate. And while you're on your computer, maybe put your name in the hopper for the Sweeney Cash Car.
Yeah, it's valleyspotlight.com and then the / and then cash car, and you can get your name in there and get it entered, and maybe you'll be the one that walks away with $250.
Fingers crossed I'm not driving or helping you with the trivia.
Well, that was a pretty fun show for the week, don't you think?
I couldn't have had a better time, and of course, a big thank you to our sponsors and for the people who invite us into our lives and their business. It's so great.
You can watch this show live like you just did.
Yep.
You can DVR it if you want to. You can do the YouTube thing or Facebook. We kind of break up the segments for you so you can just watch at the office or at home. That's kind of fun too.
I know.
All right, before we go, we did another retromercial.
We did.
A lot of people equate Cafe 422 back with the Abruzzi family, so we dug up a commercial. It's kind of funny, and
you and Ron dug up a commercial,
it's
and I
old
was
school,
like, wow, that
and
is.
I liked watching it.
I know you did. It's a good commercial.
So anyway, thanks for watching this week. Enjoy the retromercial. We'll see you next time.
Abruzzi's Cafe 422 opened over 50 years ago. And with close attention to details, we have served millions of delicious dinners to our many satisfied customers. Our homemade pasta, famous eggplant parmesan, freshly cut steaks, heart healthy foods, and our homemade desserts. Now that's a lot of food, but with close attention to detail, we don't miss a thing. Now where'd I put that lobster?
Abruzzi's Cafe 422 on the Strip in Warren.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.